Welcome, everyone, to the Sonoma Spiel. My name is Tim Zahner with the Sonoma Valley Visitors Bureau. We are an agricultural county, and that means the Sonoma County Fair is coming up. I know this because I drove past the fairgrounds today. They're getting all ready. It's so fun. You know, the 4-H kids will be out there, and they'll be fried everything, and there'll be the chance to barf all that up on janky rides. It's going to be a good time. Reason I bring that up is because right now tomatoes are supposed to be coming into season. It's been a very cool summer, and so the tomatoes aren't quite coming yet. But my friend Frank, he like a drug dealer yesterday, met me in a parking lot at a Starbucks and gave me these amazing tomatoes, and no one else has them. I don't know what he did. So I don't know if Frank stole these from someplace or grew them in Modesto and claims he grew them. They're phenomenal. But our harvest is going to be a little bit delayed maybe this year unless it starts warming up, because the grapes need to get ready, the sugars need to develop. But actually a slow harvest is better than a quick harvest because the winemakers do like that. Now, why do I bring that up? I bring that up because today I have a very special guest. And I know every week I say I have a very special guest. This time I do actually mean it, because we, being star-crossed, have tried to do this podcast like 17 times, and it's never quite worked out. And today I tackled this guy. I dragged him into the podcast studio, past several vineyards, all the way from Kenwood. I have my very special guest, Nick Ciccolella from Muscardini Cellars. Hi, Nick.
Hey, Tim. Thanks for bringing me in. It's a pleasure to be part of the Voice of the Valley today.
I love it. Nick, could you pronounce your last name one more time?
Ciccolella.
Thank you. Ciccolella.
It's a lot easier when you say it with your hands.
And that's okay to do, right? You're okay with me doing that?
Absolutely, yes.
Ciccolella.
I'll be doing this for the next 2 hours.
There's another guy that we know. He's also a Nick, and he has an Italian last name. He now works at a bank. He used to work for a winery. And every time I say his last name, I do that. And then I'm like, am I being an awful person?
No, not at all. I think it
his last name is Buongiorno.
Oh, buongiorno. So do you say buongiorno, buongiorno?
I felt like saying that to him, but then I'm like, he must be so annoyed by that, right?
Well, no, I mean, he probably loves it. I would.
He probably is. But first of all, Nick, your first time on the podcast.
First time on the podcast. We tried to get here in May.
25 times we tried to schedule
Tried to get here in June. Now we're here in July.
End of July. We've been doing our best. Thank God it didn't go away to August. Because, yeah, who knows?
Well, it's nice and cool right now in the studio. So,
it is.
I hear they don't have AC in the studio, so wouldn't want to be here.
It does get a little warm in here, and it is awkward because we are just wearing our underwear. And so I'm glad that now we're doing all so cool.
We got comfortable with each other quite quick.
Real quick. Nick, tell me, what is Muscardini Cellars?
Muscardini Cellars is a family winery. It was started and is currently run by Michael Muscardini. Mm-hmm. He was a construction guy.
Oh, really?
For 20 years. He was a home builder, designer, an art student. Fell in love with Brunello di Montalcino, if you're familiar. Back in the late 90s, and he told this Italian winemaker that showed him this, Franco Biandisanti, like, wow, I want to take your Brunello to Sonoma. And the guy said...
Wait, was he traveling in Italy?
He was traveling in Italy, like late 90s, kind of paying homage to his family. Tasted Brunello and said, I want to grow this in Sonoma. This is unbelievable. Of course, you tell an Italian winemaker you want to make their wine in Italy, they're going to tell you, ma che fa? What do you think you are? What do you think you're doing?
Right.
So ended up, he was living in Berkeley at the time, moved to Sonoma, planted a little vineyard, built himself a house, and as they say, the rest is history.
Really? Okay. So I never knew that. I thought he was from here. He's from the East Bay, it sounds like.
Yeah, he's born and raised Berkeley.
Okay.
Yeah, that's where his company was.
And he was like just traveling around Italy, and he's like, let's try this up here. And I like that story because, we have people who try to make mozzarella. We have those, it's oxen or water buffalo or something.
Yeah, the buffalo,
They're just south of town there.
Yeah.
So I feel like we can just do like this whole tour of like upsetting Italians by saying,
yeah.
we took your product and we're making it here.
Well, you say that, and when Michael actually produced what I call Brunello di Sonoma back in the 2000s, he brought it back to this guy, Franco. And Franco wrote him a letter that he still keeps on his cork board to this day. Like basically saying, you did it.
Oh, good job.
Like I didn't have faith originally, but you're representing us.
He wasn't all angry, and he says you're actually paying homage.
Well, you had to grease some palms, but that's how the Italians roll. So
had to do it there. Nick, are you from Sonoma County?
I actually grew up in Silicon Valley. Oh. My dad was in tech. Mom's a nurse, so grew up in Mountain View.
I've heard of it.
Came up here to go to Sonoma State.
Go Seawolves at the time. Go Seawolves. Oh. Wait, is there an actual cheer?
Actually, well, not an official one.
I like that.
There was an hour per day during finals where you could make as much noise as you wanted. So
Really?
Yeah.
People go out like bang pots and pans and do stuff like that.
Well, I think they were just trying to say, hey, get all your energy out now
Right.
because it's quiet time. People should
It
study.
is. Sonoma State's a good school. I love that it has
Absolutely.
like the dorms were named like Chablis Village or like Zinfandel Dorm or something like that.
Yeah, I lived in Bordeaux.
Bordeaux, right?
Burgundy or Bordeaux.
that
Yeah,
what
they
it
name
was?
them all after wines or wine regions. And that was part of the allure of Sonoma was the dorms.
Right.
I haven't lived in a nicer residence since
No, when I
went to school in
when I
09.
toured that campus, and I said, "Oh, this is clearly like not affiliated with the campus. This must be real human being housing." And like, no, these are dorms. And I don't know if you've seen dorms in other colleges.
Oh, they're like prisons.
Yeah, it's like for feral animals, and they're terrifying. My dorm in school was an old repurposed YMCA with
my
like
gosh.
block walls.
Where did you go to school, Tim?
It was in Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
Oh, we won't talk about that.
That's a
Yeah,
far
that's-
away.
yeah,
That's
that's
not
Wisconsin.
exciting. But those dorms are great.
Oh yeah, I mean, I remember touring and no hate on Sac State, but when I toured, I literally thought they were going to lock me in there. I was waiting for the iron bars to close, self-service stops, so
The tin can going
the
back and
tin
forth.
can. You got some guys screaming at the end of the hall,
Right, good
So
times.
no, Sonoma State was an amazing college. My family always called it a public school with private school tuition. Well, that was the first year. After a few years, the tune changed.
They got better at it. Like,
Yeah, they got better at charging us more. Yeah.
what did you study winemaking?
I actually studied business marketing.
Oh, okay.
As well as environmental studies. But to be honest, I wasn't the most studious kid, so I was doing a little coursework catch up, and I took a summer wine class with Tom Atkins, who did teach some of the wine classes.
Wait. In college, you took a wine class.
In college, I took a single wine class. It was an operations kind of business class, just for elective credit for the degree. And Tom was amazing. I mean, we were with him for 30, 40 hours a week, which normally in summer as a college student, you're hating your life.
Right.
But Tom was inspirational. He was taking us, actually my first time to Kenwood was in that class. We went to Amarin.
Okay.
Well, that was in Napa. We went to Nova Vine, Kaz. You remember Kaz Winery back in the day? So we had these field trips where we were, seeing every element of the industry, and that was the inspiration for me to see. Oh, the business world is actually tangible, and it's all right here.
Right. You don't have to go far. It's not just spreadsheets and Excel.
Exactly.
Because
Yes.
I know some business classes are pretty dry, and if you're not related to it,
They're pretty dry, and a lot of times so are the students. They're just getting their degree, waiting for their dad to put them up in the high castle with
that's
the fancy
right.
ottomans, right?
And son, right?
And I had a lot of friends that came to Sonoma State from out of the area, and they stayed. And we got a lot of us, if not most of us, got in the wine industry.
Well, that's great.
Yeah.
Okay. And then, so how long have you been working in the wine business now?
I've been in totality for about 12 years.
Okay.
But I just celebrated 9 years at Muscardini Cellars.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. That almost beats my GM, Natalie. She's been there for 10 years. So, yeah.
You guys must be like employee number 2 and 3 or 4 or 5 or whatever.
Oh, we're up there. Well, they keep telling me, Nick, next year we'll send you to Italy. Next year we'll send you to Italy. So,
You better punch that card soon and be like,
yeah, well, if I was back in my dorm, I'd be scratching the wall, right? One more year,
crossing it out. I'm going to be there. Well, tell me a bit. What's the experience at Muscardini Cellars, and what's it like there?
Yeah, thanks. And we're all about what I've created the word to describe us as Italifornian.
Okay.
So we
Italifornian.
celebrate Italian tradition, Italian genetics, Italian blends, local charcuterie, and often hand in hand, as the Italians would have it. But all the fruit is local. We work with a bunch of local farmers and largely Sonoma Valley, Moon Mountain. There's some Mendocino farmers that we work with, Lodi area as well. So it's, local fruit with an Italian pizzazz.
Okay.
If you will.
And are all your wines Italian varietals? Are they French varietals? Are they a mix? What's going on over there?
Yeah, I do say Italifornian. I try to push that, but to be honest, our menu right now is probably mostly Cabs and Zens and Merlots. But hey, what can I say? The Sangios, I would say Sangiovese and Barbera and our Tuscan blend are our most popular.
And those are and a lot of people. You have to get pretty deep into wine world to be like, oh, this grape is from this region of Europe or whatever. Because really, you can probably grow them in a lot of different places. And I know I'm going to get angry letters now.
Oh, I'm sure we both will. Me bastardizing the Italian words, and you didn't say Sangiovese.
They said it wrong.
Yeah.
But what we have here in Sonoma Valley, a large diversity of types of grapes. Oftentimes, we have a lot of French ones, which a lot of Americans know. Like you mentioned, Cabernet Sauvignon, Sauvignon Blanc, Chardonnay. Those are all the wine words I know, Nick. So you're gonna help.
Yeah, you're
say
done
all
now.
right?
No,
Okay, good,
well, the most popular genetics farmed here, you pretty much got it. Pinot, Chard, Cab.
Yeah.
I mean, that's over 75% of the farming in Sonoma County. Now we've teamed up with a bunch of local Italians who themselves have smuggled vines from Italy or their grandfather planted them. I got a great story.
Like,
of one
like
of our
smuggled
growers.
them into a Parma ham and took them here.
Oh yeah, that would never happen now with the TSA. But the 70s were a different time, allegedly, from what I hear.
Right.
But what I brought to the studio today something special.
Okay.
We always talk about and drink Sonoma Valley wine, and this year's our 20th anniversary. And I actually brought in a dream come true wine for our owner who spent 6 months in Italy in 2021.
Okay.
Befriended an Italian winemaker, farmer, restaurant owner, and they collaborated on a wine production from Tuscany that they named Contessa. It's a little small 4-barrel production from 2022.
Really?
So I brought a little bit for us to enjoy. Now, if he's listening to this, he's going to be pissed that I'm opening it.
Oh, should we not open it?
No, we should open it. I should have brought the Coravin. But, Tim, this is a special occasion.
You sure?
I'm absolutely sure. And I'll buy the bottle if I have to.
I don't want you to get in trouble.
No. We won't be in trouble. It's already.
Are you sure?
The cork's already in there
you
anyway,
sure?
so we got to make it happen.
Here we go. So
Are we
what's
ready
the name
for
of this wine?
Pardon?
What's the name of it again?
The name is Contessa.
Contessa. It's the Contessa from Muscardini.
Contessa from Muscardini. This is a collaboration with Tommaso. This is a winemaker outside of Florence.
Okay.
And it's 90% Sangiovese with 10% Cabernet Sauvignon. So
wow.
it's kind of like a traditional kind of Tuscan style. This is Tuscan fruit, Tuscan winemaking.
For real?
Yeah.
Did you guys pour this at the...
Well, Tim, for
this
you,
like limited edition.
this is pretty
off
limited.
the books. I'm excited about this.
Oh, it's good stuff.
Okay.
Do you like European wine, or are you more?
Yes. I mean, I can't say I know a lot about it because I'm surrounded by California
Absolutely.
wine, but I'm glad to learn about this.
Well, I thought it might be a nice change of pace.
Thank you. I appreciate
It's
it.
nice to, California wine is so fruit driven and juicy.
Yeah.
This whole other world. This is going to transport
well.
you
That's
back
right.
to the rolling hills of Tuscany when you were there on
Right.
that bike trip that you took.
I had a great time. I'm just in my mind there.
Yes, and the nudist spa that you
Yes,
went
I
to. You
loved
were telling
it.
me all
Such a
about
big
that
fan.
right before we went live.
You got to put a little thing on the bike seat though. But yes, you're right. I had a
course.
great time and sunscreen.
So, sunscreen. You're telling me.
But under the Tuscan sun,
The
there
Tuscan
I was.
sun. The Tuscan sun is a brighter sun, would you say? No, that's Australia because they're missing the ozone over there. Yeah.
And
Sorry.
kangaroos jump on you.
Exactly.
All right, so hold this up so people can see
So-
it here. The Contessa.
Contessa. So this means the Countess
Okay,
in Italian.
that's a beautiful
It's a
label.
400-plus-year-old vineyard. Wow. I mean, legacy of vineyard out there.
Okay,
But even on the bottle, it says this is literally a dream come true. 20 years of winemaking, and the first time he's actually ever made a wine from, in Italy.
all right, and we're gonna get the cork pop. Pop.
No, a little.
You're so good at pouring wine in a tasting room. I can tell that you're just like, let's get that done. Oh, that looks great. Okay, so you're pouring it right now. Actually do this, Nick. Stop.
Yep.
Pour a little bit into the microphone sound so we can capture it. So grab the one glass, hold it up. Yeah, there we go. By the microphone. Oh, wow. That was really good. Okay, here, I'll reach across. Get that. Thank you.
There you go. Cheers. Salute.
Cheers. Salute. So there we go. We're trying the Contessa. Okay.
Contessa. So and
It's good color on there. It's got a little bit of light on the edges. It is pretty dark in the middle there. It's the dark purple that you see of a dark wine or dark red, whatever you want to call it. Garnet, sapphire,
Yeah. Well, so I was gonna say like ruby. Yeah.
ruby. Put your nose in there. Wow.
Now, granted, this and most of the wine I should say that we're pouring in the tasting room, they're 2019s to 2021s right now. So this is a younger wine. So take
Okay.
that with a grain of salt. And I like to say stylistically, Italians are making wines for their grandsons.
Really?
So they're doing
they lay them down for a little bit.
They're producing them. They're extracting them with heavily macerating them.
Okay.
So that they have a ton of tannin, right?
Right.
So they can age really long. Whereas,
So I understand a tannin gives you that kind of puckery taste in the back of your mouth.
exactly.
And then as the wine ages, that goes away and it becomes very subtle. And that comes from, I don't know, some word like phenolnalanols or whatever. And I'm not a
the word
winemaker.
tannin.
Tannin, is that
Well, I read that the word tannin actually came from tanning leather.
it? Okay.
Because tannin, you tan leather to preserve the leather, right? For our belts. I mean, mine don't last. 'Cause I probably should stop shopping at Kohl's, but tanning leather preserves it. That's why you want to get a genuine leather belt. By the way, shout out to
Yes.
genuine leather belts.
I'll go to Large Leather. Go to talk to Jessica. I'm serious on the plaza. She'll make you a belt. She's amazing.
Really?
Jessica has the best belts.
And Frank has the best tomatoes.
Always.
Frank and Jessica. I need to get like a laundry list of people to go to.
Go get the stuff.
Or my go-to for
Frank's our tomato guy.
Okay.
I mean, he doesn't sell commercially, and he'll meet you in a parking lot to give you some.
Well, that's kind of the vibe I'm looking
That's
for.
right. And Jessica at Large Leather, I know we're going a little sideways here. She's this wonderful Dutch woman who is not tall, even though the store is called Large Leather, and the shop is quite small. And she makes genuine leather goods, and her belts are fantastic. Jessica, if you want to sponsor,
Jessica, we got to get you on the radio.
she would be great. She's very funny. Okay, so I'm sorry.
Where were we?
Tannins, Contessa.
Yes. So tanning leather,
Mm-hmm.
because tannins are a preservative, just like tanning leather is.
Mm-hmm.
That's, from my understanding, that's where the word came from. I'm sure somebody's going to be calling in to correct me.
No, you're correct.
Momentarily. I mean, the way we produce our wine using carbonic maceration, it's kind of a more natural process where the grapes are actually like crushing basically each other in.
Oh, so the weight
tea bin,
squishes it down?
instead of us kind of really going in and punching
Manually
it down.
punching it down.
So you get you don't get as much tannin extraction.
Okay.
So the wines are more drinkable young relative to kind of what we
Got
have
it.
here, what they're doing in Italy. They're not going to age decades, nor
Right.
do I have the patience for that.
Also, and to that point, if you have a bottle and you don't know if it's good, and you've had it for more than a couple of years, you should probably open that bottle.
Yeah, well,
Today's a good day to open a bottle of wine.
there's no time like the present, right? People always say, "Oh, live in the present," and then they look at their wine cellar and they got
Nick,
10-year-old.
tomorrow's not guaranteed.
Exactly.
Open that bottle.
Yeah.
Especially if it got Muscardini on the label.
Oh, especially if it's got Muscardini on the label.
This is great. Is this what you do all day? You just drink wine and talk to people?
Well, you taste. There's a fine line, Tim. But
Well, take me to the tasting room, by the way, because it's right there on Kenwood. If you're driving from Santa Rosa, it's on the right-hand side. If you're driving up from Sonoma, it's on the left-hand side. It's a red building. Tell me about it.
Yeah, I mean, I love where our tasting room is. We have these beautiful views of the Strawberry Farm vineyard across the road, the Maikama Mountain Range. Plenty of neighbors close by: Palooza, Salt and Stone, Stella, new eatery as well.
Right.
Our new coffee folks, Pillow Fight.
Pillow Fight
Pillow
Coffee,
Fight
which you got
represented.
right there,
What's going on, Ashley?
I love Pillow Fight. By the way, they are like the de facto visitor center north, because Ashley comes into the visitor center and grabs all the stuff and puts it in the corner at Pillow Fight. So if visitors are going there, and there's a lot,
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
they get the visitor guides, they get the maps, they get the other tasting room information.
Well, then you go in there pretty frequently and you verify that they actually put that stuff out, right?
I was there this morning. I was doing quality control this morning.
That's very nice.
And I
How
also, well, I got to tell you something. The chocolate croissants are still holding up.
are they?
I had to make sure. So I ordered one and I got it warmed up.
Gotcha. So when you expense, your expenses this year, there's gonna be like how many hundreds of dollars worth of chocolate croissants.
And one bottle of Contessa.
Luckily, you're the president, the accountant, the concierge, all the above.
That's
But anyway, Muscardini Cellars, we are actually blessed to have our tasting room is a 19th century schoolhouse. It's an old building.
That's the fun.
For 100, and we have if you drop in, if anybody drops in, we'll show you this old photo of the kids. I think it was like from 1910s. Kids from, who knows, 5 to 12 years old. What I read in the historic library in Sonoma about this was back then they would just have the kids study in the church. But I mean, church back then was like an all-day thing, so they needed to put the kids somewhere, right? So they built this one-room schoolhouse, which is where our tasting room is. And then from what I've read, it was also a roller rink at one point.
I love this.
A hardware store. And then in the 90s, the Simon Levi family purchased it, built a small vineyard built the additional offices and such, turned it into a wine tasting room when kind of wine was starting to boom.
Right.
And then we just purchased the property. Michael purchased the property 2 years ago or so with his partner, Brian Wise.
Okay.
And now we have 3 brands represented there: Amapola Creek, B Wise, and Muscardini Cellars.
Got it.
But I called the bottom bunk before they moved in. So
Get off. That's my chair.
exactly.
Yes, great. So what I do like is you get 3 different winery experiences, one location. You guys are right by the road there. You're very easy to see. And you do get along with BYs and Amapola Creek. You guys are friends.
Most days.
You're like,
That's why I tell them, afternoon. Talk to me afternoon.
You're
Right.
always-
wait for the yerba mate to kick in.
you're
Okay,
writing your name on the lunch. Do not eat my lunch. Employee fridge.
If anybody's stealing lunch, it's me.
Geez. You have a front patio, and people can kind of drink there. You also have a back garden area.
Yeah, that's been our hidden asset. Pre-COVID, it was mostly just bar tastings on the people on the patio. But we had to go social distancing. We've really started to utilize with picnic tables, Adirondacks, our backyard space. And I would say most of the time now we kind of we're open seating typically.
Right.
We recommend guests sit out back. It's a little quieter. You get more of that kind of. Kenwood is a rural ag town.
Right.
And so we want people to sit back there, enjoy the breeze, watch the hummingbirds,
Right.
watch the bees collect pollen off the lavender, and
look at the
sip and
hills. You
enjoy
got the Maikama Mountains right across the way there.
Yeah, where the building isn't blocking the view, but yeah.
You're right. Mentally in your mind, you can imagine.
Exactly. Well, I often tell guests, close your eyes and let the Sangiovese transport you
Oh, good
to
job.
the rolling hills of Tuscany.
I'm like, can I sign up for the wine club right now?
Exactly.
That was so
that's
good.
my goal.
That was
yeah.
amazing.
And I kind of run through the 10 words of Italian that I know, and then
You're done.
Well,
By the time you start rolling out the names of pastas and stuff.
yeah, a rigatoni, a bologna,
Tagliatelle, what the heck?
formaggio al forno.
Wait, your last name's Italian.
My last name's Italian, but what's funny, Tim, is my girlfriend's Scottish, Irish. She speaks more Italian than I do. It's pretty amazing. But I am Italian. My father is full Italian.
Okay. But like generations ago, or like he moved here from Italy kind of?
He was born in Hoboken, New Jersey, but both of his parents are from Puglia.
Okay.
Southern Italy, a town of near Bari. So he was Gen 1 and I was Gen 2.
Okay. So you can still get some of the Italian accent going there.
I mostly got the last name, my nose, and my love for pizza.
All of which are fantastic, Nick.
Well, thank you very much, Tim. You're very complimentative. I appreciate that.
You guys also have, I think, music there. Is that correct?
We do, yeah. So, and you mentioned the patio. So we host, this is about our 10th year hosting the Simmer Down Saturday series, where we host local bands. And I have, well, for those of you listening, you might not be able to see, just so close your eyes, picture the hills and this photo. But I have the lineup.
You do?
We have 7 more sessions. So by the time your guests listen to this, about 5 more sessions. Okay. Our resident band, Jamie Jameson, plays monthly. And then I fit other folks in like Spike Sykes and his awesome Hot Cakes,
awesome.
Easy Street Band, a PB&J band will be playing as well. So it's nice because the neighbors like to come out.
Right.
It's something for the community. And Kenwood, by 5 o'clock, everybody's back home.
Well, aren't you guys rolling up the sidewalks and the streets?
Was it, sorry?
You're rolling up the streets. It gets a little quiet.
It gets very quiet.
So this is like something to do.
They're rolling up the streets, Tim. I'm rolling out the red carpet. That's what we're doing.
Well done.
You like
well
that?
done.
Thank you.
So this is on Saturday evenings.
Saturday evenings, 6 to 8 p.m. It's
Okay.
first come, first serve for seating, but we put plenty out for 60, 80 people. People can bring their own food. It's very casual.
How much does it cost to attend?
It's $10 cover fee.
Okay.
But, and this is a big but, if you're in the wine industry and you can prove it,
right.
We waive the
so a little
fee.
industry.
This is a way for us to celebrate. Hey, you're getting off work. You had a long day. You had that one client. That lady Martha.
That's right.
Oh my God,
Martha, you are the worst.
Martha's the worst. And you come by, have a glass on us, and hang out. But most of the cover fees just go back to just paying the band. And
right. I mean, the band's got to eat too.
Band's got to eat too. But
and then Jamie Jameson band, is that a local band?
It is, yeah. Jamie and Dennis, the kind of lead singer and guitarist, a couple live in Santa Rosa. They're just down the street from me over in Skyhawk. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, that's what it's really all about, is supporting local musicians. As much as I would have loved to bring in, DJ Pauly D.
Yeah.
We want to support the locale. And DJ Pauly D, I think he lives in New Jersey. So that's a bit.
Classic
he wouldn't
Jersey
commute.
Shore
He wouldn't
reference
commute.
there.
We couldn't afford him
anyway.
What is
that guy doing now?
Well, that's why I
Is
say
he still a DJ?
I guess he became a DJ.
Does he still have like spiky hair? Do you think it's?
I think he was born like that, Tim.
I don't know. Was it called Gym Tan Laundry? Is that the Jersey?
GTL, yeah, Gym Tan Laundry. You can tell I do none of this. Well, sorry, the laundry I do.
Was that on MTV or was that VH1? Or was it?
I think that was MTV.
I don't even think MTV exists anymore.
No.
Have you turned it on recently?
Don't ruin my day.
Do you have cable? Does anyone have cable?
I don't have cable.
Right.
I'm kind of like a YouTube or Netflix.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't even know what's on MTV anymore, if anything. That's my question.
You ever? What I do miss is Cribs, MTV Cribs.
Yes. Okay. Here's I'm a little older than you, so I'm from
just a few.
when there was music on MTV, and they had a couple shows. They had a couple game shows, but mainly it was music.
Yeah.
And then you're the generation where like Cribs and was Pimp My Ride MTV or was that another?
Oh, Pimp My Ride, yeah. with Exhibit.
Exhibit, I know you like
TVs in the back, TVs in the trunk, TVs in your gas cap. I don't Exhibit. I don't need TVs everywhere.
Hey, Nick, yeah, I hear you like koalas, so I put
I put a live koala with growing bamboo in your trunk, man.
And it was always like a Nissan Altima or something.
Yeah. If those, they should redo an MTV series like Cribs. The Pimp My Ride cars now.
Oh yeah.
And how many of them are in junkyards?
Oh, they're just moldering away.
Or like stolen, like used for
They're
like
just
bank robberies.
yeah,
or
they're
something.
totally not around anymore.
Yeah.
That was or maybe some moms is driving around like in a minivan, like Pimp My Ride, and she's got like
8 video screens of Jazzercise playing in the back.
She's living her dream. We should bring that back. Maybe. Hold on. Hear me out. This is some live action marketing here.
Let's do it.
We do some nostalgia is a hell of a drug. So maybe what we do is like retro MTV shows at Muscardini or Kenwood, right?
Ooh,
and we kind of like you play them. You play them,
language.
right? And then we're talking about it, and then you're like, "Oh, you really liked 2008? Here's a 2008 wine." Boom.
We're gonna have to go a little bit younger on the vintages. I think the oldest thing I got is a 12.
Fine.
But I love the idea.
Yeah.
I already know my boss is gonna hate it. But Tim, I'm in.
Editor, erase this entire thing. Yeah. Well,
I'll tell you what. When I become director of hospitality, when I get my next promotion,
when you go to Italy,
like, can we bucket list this?
Yeah, we're going to do it.
Because also, I just think that would be hot.
That'd be fun.
And the wine industry, I mean, you hit the nail on the head. We're trying to attract younger generations.
Okay,
right?
go.
This is a big topic. All the conferences I went to last year, the wine industry is doing terribly. Look at the demographics. People are aging out, blah, blah, blah. People are cutting back. But the younger demographic, we need to capture, right? The millennials, the Gen Zers.
Yep. Well, okay, so now let's dive into it.
Yeah.
Let's
dive right back in.
No one's listening, Nick.
Yes.
There is sort of an existential challenge the wine industry is in because it grew so much with the baby boomer consumers.
Yeah.
And we moved into what was called the premiumization of wine.
Absolutely.
So we're doing some inside baseball here, but it used to be, I grew up in South San Jose in the famed Almaden region of San Jose. And so you could buy wine from Almaden Winery by the gallon or by like the 5-gallon bucket or whatever.
You're really dating yourself now.
Like that. That brand still exists. But the winery burned down when I was a kid. Now we went to a spot where winery, land got more expensive, wine quality got a lot better. And we rode that rocket. Food was amazing. Sonoma Valley was fantastic. What a place. Now there's that challenge where some of the consumers that were part of that, who are the baby boomers, there are a lot of them, and they're not drinking as much wine. They're getting older.
Yeah.
They're doing other things, like listening to this podcast. Thanks, Mom and Dad. Thanks for listening.
Thanks for tuning in to KSVY Studios, the voice of the valley.
See, you're ready for it.
I'm ready for it.
So current challenge, how do we get 22-year-olds to 34-year-olds, the key demographic, to get into wine because the introductory experience for wine can be a challenge.
I mean, that is question of maybe the year or the last 2 years really is. For us, our approach has been, post COVID, it was insane. I mean, we were growing double-digit percentages.
Yeah, and that was pent-up demand. And
pent-up demand and COVID cash and low interest rates. And we had, in 2023, you've seen our small place. We've served 23,000 people. With our team of like 5 or 6. It was insane. Tour buses rolling in 4 times a day.
I remember seeing the buses.
And I'll tell you, Tim, it was so much fun. It was such a good time. It was a little bit crazy.
Yeah.
And now it's shifted where the buses are gone.
Right.
People are going to fewer places and spending longer.
Correct.
Or we have to go to them. So our philosophy the last 14, 16 months has been, okay, how do we not be the Kodak of wineries? Right. We need to innovate. And we're going to try everything once.
Real quick. For my kids, Kodak was a company that made film. And it went out of business when the digital camera became a thing. And then, believe it or not, there was a time when digital cameras were not in your phone and your phones were phones. Is that?
No, you're spot on. And actually, you know what? We talk about appealing to the younger generation. I'm not helping bring up Kodak. So the boomers were like, "Oh, we're the
Kodak. Betamax of wine."
Yeah, the
Betamax.
That's
not going to work either.
Oh man, I can't keep up with these TikTok trends.
This is what I love, though, is that Muscardini. There is never a time when you are not on our events calendar. You guys are always thinking.
Yeah.
You're always out there innovating. You shouldn't innovate too much on your core product. Wine should be made from grapes.
Absolutely.
That get squished, and they're blessed by angels themselves, and poof, wine happens. Correct. There might be some other steps.
Oh, absolutely, man. This is such a historic product.
Right. So, but you got that, but then introducing it to new consumers.
Yes.
You got to meet them where they are. You got to be creative. I think the music is a great way.
Yeah.
I think, figuring out ways to get people in and keep them, like not be intimidating.
Absolutely. And that's the thing is you got to meet people where they're at.
Right.
So what we've tried to focus on really, and for years really, is we're focusing on the experience, right?
Okay.
So I want to be able to design with my team an experience that the guy with 1,000 bottle wine cellar looking for all the library stuff can enjoy, but also the newcomer whose first time drinking wine is here. So we do an experience called the All Things Italian. And we showcase 6 Italian products with an aperitivo, a digestivo, with small pairings. Nothing major, because we want to just talk about the basics of wine pairing.
Right.
Well, so that if we need to explain it, salt and acid go together, and protein and tannin. You can cover the basics for the newbie,
Right.
and you can cover, the pro.
You can go full on cork dork if you have to.
If you want to go cork dork, I love that phrase, by the way.
Yeah, the cork dorks.
And we also have a new experience we just released this year that's a blending seminar.
Oh.
So we deconstruct our flagship blend, and with you create your own wine. So it's hands-on. It's not about, look what we made. It's about, look what you can make.
Nick, can you explain that? Because some people assume that Cabernet Sauvignon, for example, is just 100% of that one grape. Is that true, or sometimes are grapes sometimes mixed together?
Well, admittedly, I'm a bit pessimistic with my views of labeling and product adulteration allowance in America. And I have a marketing degree, right?
Now you're
Specialization.
going
So
deep
it's
into
like
baseball.
once you understand that when something says natural, it doesn't really mean literally legally anything on
Not
the
a technical
label.
term, yeah.
You'd look deeper. But with wine, there are some labeling restrictions.
Okay.
So in California, I believe it's federal actually. If a wine is Cabernet Sauvignon labeled as such, it has to be 75% or more. So there is some room of that genetic.
And there's a grape called Cabernet Sauvignon.
There's a grape called Cabernet Sauvignon.
And when you squish it, the wine will be called Cabernet Sauvignon
Exactly.
if that wine has 75% of that grape.
Correct, as long as you meet the threshold.
My understanding is, and makes sense, you use other grapes like you would use spices to kind of change that, like you're cooking to get different flavors in there. Is that correct?
No, you're spot on. Yeah, there's some growers, like if you look at Napa, like Coombsville, that are known for the cab is so good by itself. You can make a pure cab. But for us, we like to add a little bit of Merlot into our cabs.
Right.
For example, like 10 to 20%. And I'll share with you my favorite analogy that I learned when Michael first hired me. And I asked him about his Cabernets. What's your style of blending? What's your recipe? And he says, Nick, Merlot in my Cabernet Sauvignons is like the jelly in the jelly donut.
Oh.
And I'm sitting there thinking, I hate jelly donuts.
Did you tell him that? Because he's like, I
No,
love
absolutely
jelly
not. It was my
donuts.
first week, man. You think I'm going
you-
to say that?
like,
But,
gee, boss,
but
that's smart.
his vision is like the fruit kind of centering.
Yeah.
The fruit being the center of the experience. You bite in to the cab, and then you hit that jelly, and it's just explosive, right?
Right.
An explosion of fruit
It's good.
in the palate.
So so that's great because there are wines that are blends. A lot of wines are blends.
Yeah.
Very few wines are 100% one grape. And when you get into, French wines, they have to be blended with these 5 grapes, let's say, or whatever, the Tuscans blends and stuff like that. So what some people don't know is that every year the winemakers will try different blends to see what kind of flavor profile, and they kind of guess after 3 to 5 years, what will this taste like?
Yeah, I mean, you're spot on. And our flagship Tuscan blend had some variations the first 10 years. Let's tweak that. Let's tweak this. For the last 10, it's pretty much been a staple. So we do a half Sangiovese, about a quarter Cabernet Sauvignon, and about a quarter Syrah. So we kind of found what works
right
well.
mix there.
But the vineyards change every year, right?
Okay.
The conditions, like you were mentioning earlier, hasn't been a very warm year.
Right.
So we might need to wait hopefully it heats up in August, right? Because we're underripe for the time of year.
Right.
So there's always variability, and that was Michael's favorite analogy. My favorite analogy when I used to host, the big tour groups, people who are new to wine, I would tell them wine is like a game of chess. You can never finish a game of chess. You really are never going to finish a game of chess like the last one did.
Oh, gotcha.
There's infinite permutations
Right.
in wine, with the barrels, the genetics, the clones, the yeast, how you macerate, and same with chess. Unless you're like my buddy Raphael, who just plays the same moves over and over
Does he
again.
really? Do you play against him on your phone?
We used to play over the board when we lived together, and he actually just sent me yesterday. He's played daily for 5 years. Yeah, he's played he's played 20,000 games. He said on the app.
But Raphael, is he learning some new moves, or is he doing the same moves every time?
Well, now with chess, there's certain opening procedures that you do, but then after 5 to 8 moves, you're deviating.
Right.
Well, probably because you can't. Well, for me, I can't remember beyond that. The opening. So, but you're also reacting.
And I think that's actually a really good analogy.
Thank you.
Actually, if people know how to play chess, which they should.
True. Yeah. If you don't know how to play chess, come see us, Muscardini Cellars, and we'll play a game of chess. But I need to get a chessboard first.
You should.
But that's a great idea.
You should also do that thing that they do in the park when you're a kid and you see a guy playing chess and you think, oh, this guy doesn't know how to play, and he lets you win 2 games.
Yeah.
And then he's like, well, do you have $5?
Yeah,
Oh,
there
okay.
you go. And then Yeah, and then turns out it's Magnus Carlsen. He's a grandmaster.
He pulls his
down
mask
on his
off.
leg. Yeah. There's actually some really funny videos of grandmasters doing that,
That
going
is
hidden into those
fantastic.
parks.
Yeah.
But you actually got to be careful. The guys who play in like these famous parks, like in
Yeah.
New York, they're
They're
top
quite
level.
good.
Yeah.
I've seen him in Boston, I've seen him in DC, and they're just there all day. And it's usually an older guy, and he's just playing chess.
Are they hustling people or they're just having fun?
Yes, a
Well,
little bit of both.
go and find out. Depends who's asking.
Exactly. Okay, so the blending seminar, though, people can
Yes.
learn how to do that, right? You have
Exactly.
little pipettes and stuff.
So what we do is we taste our version of the blend, and then we break down into the 3 genetics. You taste a little bit of each genetic. These are finished wine products,
Right.
and then boom, you're off to create your own. You get a couple different trials of your blend,
Right.
And then when you figure out your favorite one, we bottle it and send it home with you.
That's fantastic.
Oh yeah,
You made your own wine.
you make your own wine. Congratulations.
I have, you and I probably both know people in the wine business. So we occasionally get shiners that end up at our house or blends that our friends are trying out. And I love it. So Kara, keep it up. So she'll just text me, say, hey, there's some blends on your doorstep. Get them because it's hot.
Yeah.
And I go in there and there's either random shards or reds or whatever that she's just dropping off.
Oh yeah, shiners are a beautiful thing. And personally, Tim, people say, oh, you should age wine, 5 to 10 years. I love young wine because it has all this vivacity, right?
there.
I love that high tannin, that high acid, that juicy fruit.
Yeah.
And Tim, I just wanted to take a second. Actually, I've been promoting all these different tastings. I want to invite you to come do the blending.
Okay.
I want you to come do the blending. Bring a partner, friend, colleague.
To come do it.
To come do it. I want to show you. Yeah.
What if I bring my chessboard?
I would say don't come without it.
Do you have $5?
I have
I don't
more
know.
than that.
I don't know how to play chess that well, but maybe.
Well,
we
then
can
bring
play.
more than $5.
Nick, I would love to come. I love the blendings are cool, and it really is amazing when you change the different ratios.
Oh yeah.
How the flavors change, and you're not aware of this, right? Because when you just drink a bottle of wine, like, oh, it's great bottle of wine, but you're like, oh, let's play with this, and it's sort of like cooking. With you add more pepper, you add more salt, you add more basil.
Exactly.
We're doing Italian. You add mozzarella,
Mozzarella, the fromage.
burrata. I love burrata.
Burrata's so good. Although I'm partial to the mozz.
But burrata should be illegal. Like when they cut it open and like it just comes out. It's so good.
Better have some bread handy if you got
you gotta
burrata
get in
there. Yeah.
Okay, not only after, so that's my next question. After I do the blending seminar, what else is there to do around Kenwood? Like, what are some things you like to do?
There's so much. Well, I mean, hell, if you don't want to go too far, you can just pop over to our colleagues at BY's Amapola. They got some great
one door.
Yeah. Well, and actually, we kind of recommend
same
maybe
building.
go for a walk.
Yeah.
Well, people come asking us what to do in Kenwood, and there's more than people think, right? I mean, I say, oh, hey, it's still early. Go grab a latte from Pillow Fight.
Yeah.
Go grab a burger from Palooza.
Yeah.
Get dinner at Salt and Stone. They got a beautiful patio, right?
got oysters
Hey, you want to
out
work
there.
off the calories? Go hit Sugarloaf. Go hit the Sonoma Regional Park.
Go hiking.
Or my go-to spot, Annadel.
That's great. Are you a mountain biker?
I'm a mountain biker, though. So, yeah, so if you
you-
hear
are
me
you-
coming, Tim, you better.
Are you an analog biker or are you got an e-bike going?
I do both, but these days I'm on the digital.
Are you?
Yeah.
I see those guys.
I know. We go a little too fast
Like,
for our
yeah,
own
no,
good.
I'm like hiking. I'm like, why is that guy going uphill so fast? I'm like, oh, that's definitely.
Because you
e-bike.
hear a.
It blows your mind how fast they go. That's cool. So you're out there in Annadel hitting the trails.
I'm up there in Annadel the trails. You'll catch me there typically Wednesdays and or Thursdays.
Really?
Shout out to Raphael. He's fixing my bikes right now. We're waiting for some bearings to come in.
Oh. So Raphael, the chess guy?
He's also the chess guy. He's like me. He's jack of all.
Is he a bike
jack of most
mechanic or
trades.
does he just do this in his garage?
Why, you need your bike fixed?
I mean, no, I got a guy named Ben.
Oh, okay. Yeah, he's a bike mechanic. Yeah.
Which shop is he at?
Well, he used to work in bike shops. Now he does.
So he's like, out
got
his
a
own
better
shop.
job.
His own, yeah.
He does it for fun, for free. Well,
That's
maybe
awesome.
not for fun. Not with my bikes aren't fun.
No, so you have like nice bikes. You have an e-bike.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm a pretty frugal guy, Tim.
Except
On
for-
everything except bikes.
So
yeah.
the belts are from Kohl's.
Yeah. Cole's belts,
Bikes are from Kenwood.
Shimano brakes.
Yeah, exactly. Did you ever do the crazy downhill stuff? Like
I have.
full on motorcycle helmet and like your
Yeah,
crazy
I did.
person?
I've done that in just a month ago. I was in Big Bear. I've done that in Whistler, which is like a
off
world.
season. They must do it there. Really?
And yeah, because they're skiing in winter, and then in the summer they do downhill mountain biking. And it's like a world destination.
do you take the lift up?
Exactly. Yeah.
How does your bike go? Is the bike on a lift behind you?
They actually put specialized lifts. So when you get on the lift, the one behind you will be with your bikes, and they have specialized lifts. You just shove your bike in,
And they stop the lift to hop it off when you get up the top.
hopefully.
Except we know when you're a kid.
I mean, unless the guy up top is sleeping.
well, that's
but-
what I mean.
yeah.
You've been a kid learning how to ski, and you get knocked over by the chairlift, and that was fun.
Oh, yeah.
You start off with a bloody nose. This is a lot of fun.
Yeah, well,
having a great time.
Sounds like you're speaking from experience, Tim. You know,
I loved it, Dad. So
this is the benefit of not having a great memory, I think.
So that's cool. You've been doing the downhill biking and stuff like that. So Annadel, for people who don't know, is a state park, the northern part of Sonoma Valley. It actually connects Santa Rosa to Sonoma Valley, or kind of blocks it, I guess. And there's 3 parks there. There's Howarth, which is a city park, Spring Lake, which is a regional park, and Annadel, which is a state park. And they're one big landmass. And you can do hiking. If you want real mellow, Spring Lake, real mellow. Howarth, if you want to get a train ride and you're a kid. And then Annadel, if you're crazy.
If you want to get run over by me on my bike, then come to Annadel.
Go up there.
But yeah, you know, there are hidden gems in Kenwood.
There really are.
And what I love is when people come in and they say, hey, you know, what should we do? Because it's like, oh, because we have not only places, but people to send you to.
Right.
You know, go see my big brother Andrew at San Giacomo. You know, go see our friends Ashley and crew at Pillow Fight. You know, go to Grossman's and get an amazing brunch. So I had a guy I met at a hotel pouring at the Hyatt a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
And he bought some wine, and I sent him a little email, thank you. And he's like, hey, I'm coming with 12 buddies in October. What should we do? And I sent him, 2 pages of itinerary, zip lining and hot air ballooning. Yes. And I mean, here's where I would go and here's who I would see.
Right.
I mean, that's why we're in the wine industry, really. That's why I've been in it for 12 years, because you build this network.
And,
right?
it's more than just the wine. It's
100%.
the entire experience here.
Yeah.
So you go to Grossman's in Santa Rosa?
More often than I'd like.
That's
That's kind of my go-to place with when family's in town.
Okay.
For lunch and brunch.
Do you live up in Santa Rosa?
I live in Rincon Valley. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So I'm up in Windsor, and the SMART train that arrives at like 11:45. They call the Grossman's Express.
Really?
Because it like just drops. The whole train station's right across the street there. They all just go there. And Grossman's is ready. They're like, gird your loins.
Really? People are on this train just to go to Grossman's?
Yeah, a lot of day trippers because it's free for seniors. So a lot of them will take their grandkids out for day trips from Petaluma or Marin, and they go to Grossman's. And you know what? Hey, Stark Family Restaurants, if you want to sponsor this podcast.
Yeah, shout out to Stark Family Restaurants. I'm actually going there on Tuesday. I'm meeting with their general manager, Matt, to try to get our wine place there.
I will tell you, I will eat at Grossman's 3 times more likely if this Muscardini wine.
Well, I'm going to tell Matt that you said that.
To say 100%.
Should I get a petition like these people will promise to eat
Matt,
more?
Hold on. Cut this clip. Hey, Matt, put Muscardini on at Grossman's. It's fantastic.
It's fantastic.
You like that?
Wink.
They have good bagels there, too.
But yeah, I mean, we just think about like places that we love to go, restaurants, and the Starks family does an amazing job.
Good restaurants.
Their level of food, hospitality, service, ambiance. I mean, they dial it in.
Yeah.
And we would love to partner with those kinds of people.
That's smart. And that's, it's speaking of Sonoma Valley and Sonoma County, those kind of businesses have been here a while, invest in their staff. They have good staff.
Yeah.
You feel welcome there. You go to Bird and Bottle, you go to Muscardini, you go to Pillow Fight. People say hi to you.
Yeah.
They're excited that
they remember you.
They remember you. Yeah. And they throw a chocolate croissant at you.
Oh my gosh. Do you catch it with your teeth when they throw it
I'm here
at
for
you?
quality control. Nick, I was going to mention the scavenger hunt. We're going to do an ad. You ready? So we're going to do we're going to promote this. You study business. You've got a great radio voice. We're going to talk about the Sonoma Valley scavenger hunt, which is part of the 200th anniversary. So pretend like I don't really know you, but you know a lot about the scavenger hunt.
Okay.
Here we go. Hi, I'm looking for a scavenger hunt in Sonoma Valley. Do you know anything about one?
Absolutely. We're having our 200th harvest anniversary scavenger hunt. You can visit any of the 12 official scavenger hunt locations, and at each spot, snap a photo of yourself and your group during the month of July. Places like Buena Vista, the General Vallejo Statue Plaza, Mission San Francisco Solano, Sebastiani. Or if you want to go a little farther, Gloria Ferrer and Carneros, Highway 12 Vineyards, Kenwood Vineyards. Come visit us in Kenwood.
I love that. And then my thought, I heard if you take a photo at 6 of these places and you post it online, you can win a fabulous prize like a Sonoma 200 enamel pin or a commemorative wine glass.
I can.
You can. You're good. You literally just picked up that pamphlet I threw at you and just did that whole read. That was really good.
Thank you.
Why? What are you doing? You need a radio show.
I know. And I love. I'll tell you about where I found my love of comedy was when we were closed for COVID. It was my funnest day work, basically.
Yeah, those were fun times, Nick.
My
Thanks for bringing that up.
I'm sorry. But anyway, when we were closed for COVID, I hadn't been furloughed yet.
Right.
They were kind of trying to find stuff for us to do, and they said, Nick, why don't you film a bunch of marketing videos where we can kind of post it every week for a few months out? And I asked them, how much creative liberty do I have here? And they said, whatever you want.
Sky's the limit, man. Go
Big
for it.
mistake.
Yeah.
Big mistake.
Because you've been
So-
cooped up.
Next thing you know, I'm butt naked. No. So I filmed this video with this woman, Julian No. She works at Barlow now.
Okay.
But she was my kind of filmer and my editor, and I wrote this and filmed this story, a date with the two Nicks, because it was COVID.
Okay.
So I had a date with myself.
Wait, you film? Okay, keep going.
And I filmed both portions. So I filmed like one side and then the other side, and then
Did you
we
have
spliced
two
it
different
together.
shirts or something like that?
I wore a
Outfit?
dress in one.
Okay.
And a little hairpin. I had a beard for both, obviously,
that's
because
COVID.
I wasn't going to shave that.
Yeah, that's COVID.
But I had the most fun filming this, and they said, well, you have to promote something.
Right.
So I was promoting some chocolates that we sell
Okay.
via LaBelle's, our chocolatier partner in Napa. And at the end of the video, my promotion is just smothering chocolate, like melted chocolate on my face.
Are these videos still around?
This is around. Yeah, check out if you guys are listening, you want to check in on this. This is going to be the funniest 3 minutes of your life. Muscardini Cellars Instagram. Look at around Valentine's Day 2021, I think, is what we're
That's
looking
when you
for.
launched it out there.
Yeah.
The two Nicks. A date with the two Nicks.
Date with the two Nicks. Yeah,
I love that. I
And
didn't know that.
it was like a full day of filming and writing, and I just had to blast.
Maybe Nick, you got to get into community theater or something.
I think I do need to. Yeah,
I don't know if Kenwood doesn't have one, but I know there's some in Sonoma.
maybe some stand up here.
You should do some stand up.
Got to work on the jokes.
Well,
a
I
little
had
bit.
Lisa Pidge on from the Laugh Cellar. She does the comedians at the wineries,
Mm-hmm.
and they've been at Deerfield, they've been at Buena Vista. So I'm not saying that she's definitely going to hire you for it, but I'm not saying that if you didn't show up with your own microphone and amplifier,
Right. Well, and that'd be nice. Actually, she came up in conversation recently
really?
because I don't think they're doing it at Deerfield anymore, from my understanding.
She
might be looking for a new venue. I would love to host that at Muscardini.
I can't comment on where she's going, but I think if you said the Laugh Cellar would be good at Muscardini, she might hear that.
Let me get her info before I.
Okay, so
before I
we'll
get
do it
out
right
here.
there. See, good job.
Send me some digits.
I will. I'll DM you.
DM, yeah, slide into my DMs.
Is that what they're doing now,
Tim.
the
I don't know.
DMs?
Tim, I don't even have Instagram. Can you believe
You
that?
don't have Instagram?
I don't have Instagram. I've never had an Instagram.
Are you on the Facebook?
I'm on the Facebook, but
Okay.
I'm not very active. Once my mother told me she was joining Facebook, I said, "Okay,
I'm off there.
We have to disassociate here."
Do you have a YouTube channel?
I do not. No.
Do you just like go talk to people like face to face?
I'm more of a face to face.
Are you like a barbarian? What is going
Yeah, hey, come back to my cave. We'll cook fish. The trout that I just
I
caught.
just caught barehanded off Annadel.
Yeah.
Wow. You are an anomaly.
I'm I'm an anomaly because I appreciate the entertainment sphere, but I don't love contributing to
Got you.
the social media presence. But like I do feel I used to have Snapchat and I had a lot of fun with those.
Right.
But then the part of me was like, okay, let's disconnect a little bit from technology, right? The constant dings and this and that, right? So it's kind of a constant push and a pull.
Right. That's kind of good though, because I think it probably frees you from a lot of that. People are always posting and interacting and either getting angry or looking for validation.
Exactly. I never look at somebody and say, "Oh my God." And one thing that's about social media on the negative is, you see all the successes people have, and this person's making more money than me, or they're doing better than me at where I wanted to be at that age, and nothing good comes to that. Right? I mean, it's good to aspire, but not so good to be maybe disappointed.
And is that even real?
It isn't real because
100%
all
correct.
you're seeing on that is the best of the best.
Correct.
Are you seeing them in their worst therapy sessions like
No,
the
you're
week
not.
after? No, you're not. Right.
Although that might get better advertising. No.
This is an advertisement for BetterHelp. Get help at your pace.
And then when you live stream it, people can just give advice, right? They're like, "No, Nick, that's not how you handle that problem." And then they can upvote and downvote it.
That's true.
I know I'm drawing you back into the evils now, but
No. Well, honestly, I think there is a space. There is a healthy medium, and there is a healthy space.
there is. And
especially for creativity, right? Because this is a creative moment.
well, to your point, when you're using it for creativity as an outlet, because the means of production, it's so much quicker to get out a fun, quick video if you can film it on a GoPro,
Exactly.
and edit it and get it out there versus back in the day.
Yeah.
But on the same sense, because the barriers are so low, there's a lot of crap that can get out there. Unlike this podcast, brought to you by Kohl's.
Brought to you by Kohl's, genuine leather belts for prices that are low, low, low.
But we decided to go to talk to Jessica at Large Lab.
I would like to talk to Jessica.
You really should talk to Jessica, she said.
Yeah.
Nick, before we move on to the part where you help me answer questions, if people want more information about Muscardini Cellars, if they want to figure out how to get the Contessa wine, if they want to find out about music, do you guys have a website? And
We sure done diddly do. We are living in 2025 these days. Check out muscardiniCellars.com. You can book a reservation, but honestly, just pop in.
You're pretty open to that.
Come chit chat with us. Come to some music on Saturdays. We have a ton of other events coming up as well. Perhaps you want to join us for our winemaker lunch at the Swiss Hotel on a Sunday in mid-August. That's going to be a 4-course meal with 4 wines in the afternoon.
Okay.
Tim, you want to come?
After I'm done blending, yes.
After you're done blending, open your wallet. We'll make it happen. And then actually, I mentioned this is our 20th anniversary. In September on the 13th, we're going to have a 20th anniversary party in kind of the afternoon, evening with John Burdick playing music. Jamie Jameson Band will be there. We're solidifying our food vendor, Happy Cat Pizza, and it's going to be 4 to 8 p.m. Always a great time.
You guys are always doing stuff, and just for the people who don't know how to spell it, Muscardini. Is that right?
Perfect.
Thank you. Muscardini Cellars. Muscardini.com?
MuscardiniCellars.com.
That's the one to go for. That was good. And there's always events. And check that out. Okay, Nick,
I do know.
At the end of the podcast, we get to the point where you help me answer visitor questions.
Ooh, lay it on me, Timmy. Lay it on me. Do I need some more wine for this?
Yeah,
I think I do.
pour a little wine.
Right, pour some more wine.
Right
yeah, I got some. I got some more for you. And it's actually better if I don't bring the bottle back because then they won't know.
Oh, right. It fell off a truck. Yeah, that's perfect. Thank you.
All right.
So I'll do my intro and then we'll go into it. So, Nick, we have 2 visitor centers. People call us, they text us, they slide into our DMs. They even send us letters. And you're going to help me answer some of these visitor questions in a segment we have cleverly titled We Get Questions. Ready?
I suppose so.
Okay. Hi. Which wineries allow outside food in their picnic areas?
Wow.
Which, if any?
Oh, well, I guess I should start off with a selfless plug. Muscardini Cellars.
Muscardini Cellars.
We are dog-friendly, picnic-friendly, kid-friendly. But make sure your kid's on a leash.
Well-behaved.
Oh, sorry, dog's on a leash, yeah. Kids well-behaved, dogs on a leash.
Right.
But there's quite a few, Tim, I think that are friendly, open to the public. I think maybe like Larson might be one of them.
Oh, that's a good one. Yeah.
I don't know as much as I should.
Do you think B-Wise and Amapola, you can bring food in?
I think they would be open to it, so long as it's in the backyard.
Right, in the back.
Because that inside space is, you definitely don't want to be dropping any of your salsa on their
100%.
rugs.
And maybe you don't want to be eating something that might affect other people's tasting experience.
Oh, exactly. If you bring your tuna and egg salad sandwich
If
inside
you're
that,
microwaving the fish.
Even though we're food friendly, you bring your tuna inside my tasting room. You better be giving me half, or else I'll show you the door, and not the door to the blending seminar.
That's
but
right.
I don't know a lot that are publicly food friendly though.
Well, there are actually a fair amount of them. Usually the ones that don't have food attached to them,
Right.
or sell food. But usually the thing is call ahead to ask. And a lot of them will allow that. But be respectful of the ones that don't, because they might have their own food programs. And so it might not jive with that.
Or you could be like me at the Carneros Resort yesterday eating peanut butter pretzels out of my bag. What they don't know won't kill them.
Hey, it's not in Sonoma Valley.
True.
It's over in Napa.
True.
It's okay.
Well said.
Okay, don't eat their food. Unless the Carneros Resort. No, you can't sponsor this. Okay, here we go. Another question we got. So the quick answer to that one: which wineries allow outside food in their picnic areas? There's a fair amount of them. Muscardini's definitely one of them. Bart Park here around Sonoma. But just call ahead to ask or check, because you don't want to violate their food permitting laws. But there's a lot of them. But you can also buy a bottle of wine and go to a park like the Kenwood Park. They have a great little plaza park over there. So. Okay, hey, we did the Sonoma 200 scavenger hunt, but I forgot to get my name on the list to win Harvest Fest tickets. How do I do that?
Oh, that is a great question. Are you talking? Let me clarify, the grand tasting vintage weekend.
That's right, part of Sonoma Valley Winery's 200th anniversary celebration at the Valley of the Moon Vintage Festival.
Well, from my understanding, Tim, all you got to do is post all 6 photos to your Instagram or Facebook feed and tag at Sonoma Valley Wine and at Sonoma_Valley in each photo, right?
That's right. And so then you can be entered that way. And you could also walk into the visitor center and show us your photos. We actually had 2 women who are not on social media who printed out their photos on a poster and showed them to us. I'm like, that works. But you can also just, if I'm not on Instagram, you can also just say, hey, I went here, I went here, I went here. And then we write down your name and you're entered to win. Yeah. So in addition to getting the pin or a glass, you can get entered to win tickets to the grand tasting.
Yeah, and that's what is that September 27th, Saturday?
Yeah, last weekend in September. I know you've memorized that, so that's very good.
Right. Yes,
I'm
I spent.
impressed
That's
by
why you got me here an hour early, right? For that. Yeah.
you can get it right there. Next question we got. We are not big wine drinkers, but we will drink sparkling wine. Where can we get sparkling?
Ooh, Tim, you're talking to the champagne man. Oh, there's so many great places, Tim. I mean, thinking about Sonoma, I mean, Gloria Ferrer is a historic run. I love the Royal Cuvée that they have there. The Carneros Cuvée, I just can't afford that one. If you're downtown, though, Psy, the tasting bar, you're familiar with that spot. They have all sorts of champagne, sparkling wines from all over the world, and a beautiful ambiance there as well. If you're in Kenwood, Hamilton Family Wines just released their new sparkling.
Really?
And also, Muscardini Cellars, for the first time ever, produced some sparkling.
Okay.
A brut style. But if you're looking for more kind of like the sparkling houses, I mean, you got Iron Horse out in Sebastopol. You have Breathless up in Healdsburg.
Yeah.
Gloria Ferrer, of course. You don't
Corbel.
Corbel, yes,
West
of course.
County?
If you're out in Russian River, you know, out visiting Guerneville as well. And they do free tastings and tours,
That's right.
which is a rarity.
That is
as we
rare.
know these days.
Yeah.
Did I miss anybody?
There's probably more, I should say there's the sparkling houses. And then to your point, like you mentioned, Hamilton, Muscardini.
Yeah.
A lot of wineries will have a sparkling that they offer. Sometimes it's all the time. Sometimes it's a special occasion. And hey, thanks for the shout out for Hamilton. Really nice people.
Absolutely.
Husband and wife. They have a kids room in the back. And it's not far from you guys. It's right down the other end of the sprawling Kenwood strip.
The sprawling strip.
Both blocks.
Yep.
There is a stoplight though in Kenwood.
There's a single stoplight.
outside of town. But the Hamilton family's there, and they're really friendly, and they have a sparkling wine. So what I would recommend to these people is, you don't have to be big wine drinkers to come to Sonoma Valley. And if you just want one type of wine, you can probably find it.
Oh, for sure. I mean, and people just come in just looking for the sparkling wine. You know, I'll pour them a splash. I mean, our mission, as I see it, hospitality associates, career associates, is pour wine people are going to like.
Yeah. Yeah.
And hopefully buy. I mean, is it
is
that hard, Tim?
Is that like your secret message? Like
That's
you tell the new kid,
That's
like,
my
kid,
not so secret message.
kid,
Tim.
here's the secret to success.
Yeah.
Pour them something they like.
Pour them something they want.
Yeah, because if they hate it, they don't tend to buy it.
Oh, you love Pinot Grigio? I'll pour you Petit Syrah. Don't do that.
No, pour them what they like. Final question. I'm going to Annadel, and I am a crazy mountain biker. What are some of my favorite trails I should try?
Well, Tim, I can't really tell you the trails on the radio. You'd have to slide into my DMs.
Oh, are you one of those guys that go
be-
on the non-authorized trails?
No comment.
If Henry 1 picks you up, the helicopter, if I see you in the paper dangling from a long line,
Just
like holding your
fully
arm,
sprayed out.
and
Yeah.
it's like, I went on the secret trails. So there are, I've heard, some trails that some mountain bikers have created on their own
Yes.
that aren't always authorized, and you would never go on those.
I would never go on those, but if I did, I would say that they are quite abundant, and you'll find them in an area called the Network, largely off of the South and North Burma trails. But I will say, if you have any interest in going to Annadel for mountain biking, feel free to drop into Muscardini Cellars. Give me a call. I'll give you a complimentary bike tour with your wine tasting.
That's fantastic. You should absolutely do mountain biking and wine tasting.
I can't imagine the liability insurance.
Okay,
that
never
would
mind.
take, Tim.
I mean, separately,
Separately,
different
yes.
days.
Separately and allegedly, I take
Right.
on tour. Allegedly.
But Annadel is a world-class mountain biking spot.
It really is.
Sonoma County is a world-class cycling destination for both road cyclists and mountain bikers. So I love that you're part of the crazy crew.
Oh, yeah.
I used to be part of that crew.
Tim, come on, man. You want to come hang
I
with
think
me?
e-bikes are bringing it back.
Yeah.
Sometimes on uphills, my knees are starting to hurt a little bit.
Yeah.
But then someone said, just go get the e-bike, dude.
The e-bike makes life
Yeah.
worth living.
Because I've been doing a lot of the flat. I'm like an urban biker now. I go like anytime in my town, if it's less than 2 miles, I have to ride my bike. So I'm that guy.
Nice. Respect.
And I've got the I got really nice panniers and baskets, and I've been trying to convince my wife that I want the e-cargo bike. And the okay. Do you know how much those cost though? I mean, we're talking. Yeah, I
how
mean,
much?
Well,
I don't want to. You don't want to know how much I spend
no,
on my
you're right.
bike.
It's sort of like that.
Yeah.
Because the nice
I'll be
ones
like,
cost about $4,000 to $5,000 for.
That sounds about right. Yeah. You
they're
want
gorgeous.
the cargo? You were saying that the whole back end has like panniers.
Yes, and then the service I was telling my wife I could provide is if someone's bike breaks down, I could help them. I'm essentially AAA for bikes, so it's really this is not just an investment in me. It's really for the community.
Would you be on call and somebody would call you in to get
I
your
mean,
bike there? Or would you be like going on a bike tour and ready to fix a bike?
Maybe it's just like when I'm patrolling around and I notice.
Patrolling around. And you put maybe a little siren.
Yes, thank you. That's what I would do.
I like that idea, and I like the commitment to the community.
It's for the community.
I mean, what you do, I mean, you're a community man.
Yeah, it's for the kids.
Yeah.
Really. And the big kids.
But you know what I do, Tim? Let me tell you what I do. Last time my bike broke down.
Yeah.
I was not even into Annadel because I bike out of my house. I go through Spring Lake,
Okay.
and or Howarth, Spring Lake, and then into Annadel from my house. Didn't even make it into Annadel. Blew out my tire on some random rock. I tried to pole vault off, and I call my buddy Dante. I say, "Dante, buddy, how are you?" He's like, "What's wrong?"
Where are you?
So yeah, that'd be a good idea. You know, it's just can you get there quick enough?
Well, it's an e-bike. That's why I need the e-bike. Yeah, and normal, the analog ones aren't acoustic.
Acoustic.
They don't cost that much. But the e-bikes with the e-cargo bikes have fairly large batteries.
Yeah,
and they're pretty good. Turn makes one. Truck makes one. Yuba was kind of a local brand that made them. So yeah.
Well, if you have any questions on bikes, Tim, I'm your guy, and by me, I mean my guy is your guy.
Raphael,
Raphael, the bike mechanic. Yeah. Shout out to Raphael, by the way.
One more thing on bikes, and we'll wrap it up. Have you done the Taco Tuesday ride in Santa Rosa?
No. What is this?
Okay, check this out. And I'm trying to get them on the podcast. So Juan, Chad, get on this podcast. These crazy guys started this thing where every Tuesday night in Santa Rosa, they meet by the JC, kind of behind one of the boba places. Like 250 to 300 people show up. They all ride bikes, and they go get tacos at the Matote food truck park. And then they come back and they're all lit up. And this Nick, it's so funny. It's like you've got schmucks on bikes like me, like the normal urban, like middle-aged men biking. You've got mountain bike people. You've got the lowrider dudes. You've got the Burning Man people. You've got
I love that.
You've got like just kids who think it's so fun. Oh, you got the 14-year-old boys on the SE Rider, the big rippers. You know, and they're just doing the wheelies the whole time. You've got like the old BMXers. It is so much fun. They take over the entire streets. They have music going. They have lights. They're doing one with all bubbles. People putting bubble machines on the back of their bikes.
No way. Oh my gosh.
It's every Tuesday night, the Santa Rosa Taco Tuesday ride.
And you go to this?
I've done it. Yeah.
Okay. And what's the time frame?
It starts around 5:30.
Okay.
And then you can check out it's on Facebook, but you can see their route because they do end up at Courthouse Square. And then from there, they kind of work their way to Matote.
I think I have seen them.
Yes.
I think I shook my fist at them one day. You damn kids, you're blocking my damn Honda.
They do. There is that weird thing where some people get really mad at them because we have 200 bikes going.
Well, and some people stop in the street and so that all the bikes.
Yeah, the blockers, and they're polite. They're supposed to wave and stuff like that. But some people usually get all mad. You're like, okay, we're here for 2 minutes, right?
Well, honestly. Respect to the bikers.
Yeah, right. They're out there riding bikes. And you know what's cool? You've got little kids riding. You've got families riding. And like I said, the Burning Man guys are there with their crazy contraptions.
Gotcha.
The lowrider guys are cool. They make custom-make stretch bikes. Have you seen those?
Oh, I've seen those, man. The Santa Rosa biker boys,
yes, isn't that amazing?
Like, they put some real time.
And they know how to weld and do really cool.
Yeah, for me, I just throw money at it. They're actually they're
in the garage.
They're in the garage.
Yes. So that's the thing there. But okay, hey Nick, this has been great.
Tim, this has been fun.
I learned about secret mountain biking routes. I learned about a wine that we didn't open. I learned about a wine blending seminar.
Yes, sir.
I learned about music. And the only thing I forgot was what's the website for more information?
The website is www.muscardiniCellars.com, or just pop in. No reservation required. We're open 7 days a week, 11 to 6 p.m. And Saturdays for music every other Saturday, 6 to 8. Thank you.
You should never do that again because it's done. We're just going to record that.
Was that pretty good? Was that pretty
one
good?
Take, Nick. You did it. Wonderful. So after you're done going to Muscardini Cellars and you've gone to the music and you've talked to Nick about mountain biking, when you're done with that, please go to SonomaValley.com for deals, special offers, and events. Thanks for listening. I'll see you in Kenwood. Nick, good to see you.
I will see you at Pillow Fight.
At getting our coffee.
Oh, yeah.
And everyone else, we'll talk to you next week. Mom and Dad, thanks for listening. Bye-bye.